Connecting, going. I don't know why. I'm all of a sudden. Are you getting like a. Oh, there it went away. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, watch ClasslessChat live.
Yep, I just shared that. And then I remembered to turn off the sound on my phone.
It shows live stream, but it shows offline. Oh, that would be smart. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
At least I remembered that.
Yeah, that's, smart. I got a notification on it, but it's like not. ClasslessChat live. Click here to watch. Streaming offline. Why is it still offline?
I don't know.
I see a chat and stuff. It shows we're streaming. Who knows? This thing always seems to be weird.
And
loading. There we go. There we are. Hi.
Okay, perfect.
Look, I talk. It shows we're streaming.
Aha. And I remembered to
remember
shut off the sound on the computer.
Yay! We'll get this thing figured out one of these days.
Yep.
It'll happen. It'll happen, people. We'll get it.
Let's see if I can get to this live stream on here.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to do it on the computer?
Yeah, I was going to see.
You could, dude. Why not?
And then I can look at it. Here it is. Perfect.
Yeah, you can see us. And
yep.
It's weird. Oh, it's glitching up a little bit. I think because I have this open still.
Well, I'm streaming it too, so it could be doing that.
No, it's on the software, so I think we're good there. I think I just need to close that, and that should pretty well. Yeah, there we go. That seemed to take care of most of that right there. Hello, cheerio, cheerio. Hello, governor.
I can't do that accent.
Why not?
I don't know. I've never been good at that one.
Can't be too proper.
No.
All right. I mean, you can do the Boston.
Yeah. Park the car.
Are you talking about khakis or khakis?
Yeah, khakis or khakis. I lost my khakis.
I lost my khakis.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of something else that we would say a lot. Like, I remember when one time I was still working at my buddy's pizza parlor.
Yeah.
When I was kind of between jobs and sprinklers.
Not that that's stereotypical or anything here, people.
No. Yeah.
In Boston working at a pie shop. All right, got it.
No, this was actually in California.
Oh, whoa.
But
all right.
There was a couple people who had came in who were just back from visiting the East Coast.
Yeah.
And they were talking about going to Martha's Vineyard. And I said, Martha's. And it was just like, oh, it was so.
Could you help it?
Yeah, I hope yeah.
Martha's.
Oh, man. It was so thick.
Because there's not really an R in there. It's Martha's Vineyard.
Martha's. Yeah. Funniest story ever of the Boston accent. I was at Nantasket Beach in Hull, Massachusetts with my uncle and my cousin. And we're on the beach hanging out. And Nantasket Beach is beautiful. It's one of my favorite places to go. But there's this little kid playing in the sand next to us. And thickest Boston accent I've ever heard.
Out of like the 7-year-old.
Yeah, no, younger.
Oh, no.
This kid is like probably like 4.
Oh, my God.
Okay. This little 4-year-old is playing in the sand. And he goes, Ma, I just fatted, Ma. I just fatted. Right in the sand. Just fatted.
Right in the sand.
Fatted. There's no T. There's no R. Fatted.
If this sand had a face, I'd have farted in its face.
Exactly. And he didn't say mom. It was Ma. Yeah. Hey, Ma. I just fatted. It was like a.
That's awesome.
It was like Stewie, but with a Boston accent.
Oh, my God.
It's just super thick.
Ma.
Mummy.
Mum.
Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah, exactly.
Mama.
That was one of the best. That was one of the funniest moments ever.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, is so funny.
Mama.
I'll never forget that moment. That little kid. He's probably like 20 years old now or something. That was a long time ago.
And he's probably like, "Hey, Ma.
Yeah.
I farted in the sand. You remember me farting in the sand? I farted in the sand." It's apparently Arnold with Boston.
Yeah, Arnold with Boston. Yeah. No,
I farted in the sand. The sand is where I farted.
And I've spent a lot of time in Hull. That's one of my favorite places. My
Hull?
dad, yeah, it's called Hull, Massachusetts. That's where Nantasket Beach is.
Okay.
But my dad was stationed in the Coast Guard there at Point Allerton, and that's one of the main ones. I mean, that's where like you're right at the Cape. And so people get in boat accidents and all kinds of stuff. So he was mostly doing search and rescue there.
Right.
So he's seen a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of really injured people, pulled dead people out of the water.
Did you ever see the ghost ships?
No, no, I don't think so. But no, so he did that. And so I always end up going back there.
So and then the Titanic didn't randomly come.
No. But then he did, there's a town right by there. It's called Weymouth. And Weymouth has a pizza place that's out of this world, amazing, the best pizza I've ever had ever. It's called Weymouth House of Pizza.
Now you're New York style though, aren't you?
Well, yeah, you're East Coast, so it's flat.
It's got to be like street food.
It's
the big slice that you
usually. This one's. Weymouth is Greek pizza.
Oh,
but it's still like pretty thin, super thin, really really good. But Weymouth House of Pizza, oh man, I miss that place so much.
I wonder if they're still around.
Oh, they are. They've been in business for years and years. They're a staple in that area.
That could have been 6 at that point.
No, yeah, no, it's true. No, they've been. I think they opened in, I don't know, the 60s or something. But they've been around forever, and they're really, really, really good. Yep. Every time I go back east, I'm like, I don't care that that's out of my way, and I'm not going there at all for anything else. I go there anyway.
Is it bad that I feel like I'm the guy that I've watched Restaurant Impossible enough times that when I go into a restaurant, I feel like I could turn this around. I could totally fix this.
No, I've had those moments too. It happens.
Who doesn't though?
Yeah, I know you walk in and you're like,
ew.
Well, and sometimes you go into a place and you go,
I farted.
No, you go in and you go, I wonder if these people taste their own food.
Oh God, I know.
Yeah, I went into a place. I'm not going to say the name because it's a local place, and
it's here.
Yeah, I don't want to give them any hate, but I went into a pizza place here.
Oh, let's see if Drew can guess this one.
Yeah. Probably not. It's in a weird location.
Domino's.
No, it's not a chain. It's a family-owned place.
Okay.
But I ordered like what was the equivalent of a cheesesteak sandwich.
Ooh.
And I took 2 bites and literally walked out.
Oh.
It was not good. And
That's very disappointing.
Oh yeah, it was bad. I
don't know that I can think of this place.
It's bad. It was really, really bad. I was pretty disappointed because...
Is it in B-Town?
No. Where's that?
B. I'm trying to keep it.
Yeah.
Is it in the
B?
B?
It is, yeah.
It's in the B. Southwest?
Southeast, technically.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't know.
It's in a really weird spot.
It doesn't start with a D.
No.
Okay. No, it's not the one I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, but that sandwich was painfully disappointing.
Was it a sandwich or was it a pie?
No, I got a Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
Oh, it was a sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like if you advertise your pizza place as doing hoagies and doing pizza, you better know how to make a Philly.
That's kind of a staple.
Yeah, you got to be able to make that.
Now there was a place called West of Philly that actually wasn't bad.
Really?
It wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't bad. It's not it wasn't like your true Philly cheesesteak, but it was still pretty dang good. And I'd go there every now and then, and they kind of got, I don't know if they always claimed that it was the property owners, and I didn't see any reason to doubt it. The place was always taken care of. They did a good job. But like they had this one spot for a couple years, and then the owners rented it out to a big chain that was coming in, and so they had to move, and they got stuck in this really crap hole spot, and they were there for about 2 years, and they ended up closing because they couldn't get enough business. Even though they were close to a high school, it was just in a spot where there was no signage, they couldn't see, nobody knew they were there, and I never saw them advertise, but their food was good.
Some of those places, man, it sucks that they can't get off the ground because of bad location. That's like the number one thing, I think. I mean, even if you have average food, if you have a really good location, you're probably going to make it.
You're probably going to be good. Yeah.
But yeah. Yep. I'm pretty picky about my Philly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
we should do that this Friday, by the way.
What? Philly cheesesteaks?
Yeah. We're not, but we should.
I'm going to do pork ribs, and I actually have a tri-tip that's
Oh, are you gonna pull that out?
I'm thinking.
That sounds so wrong. Are you gonna make the tri-tip?
Pull out my meat. Yes, I'm going to pull out. Actually, I've already pulled it out
From the freezer?
Yes.
Oh, okay, there we go. Clarified.
Yep,
Yay.
clarified. So it's been it's out. It's back in. It's in the fridge now. But no, I'm going to do a little marinade on that one. I don't know if I can do that and ribs at the same time. Because the process is really different.
Right.
So, because I make my tri-tips at a much lower temperature.
Right.
And then I crank it up really, really high. And that's not really conducive for ribs.
No, it's not. All right. We need to get going on this.
Yeah, we're running behind schedule now.
I know.
It's my fault.
That's all good. It's all good. You were busy. Okay, I'll do one. I'll announce 1 and 3. You know, and I'll just do 1 and 3 too. If you want to do 2 and 4,
sure.
That work?
Yeah,
that work for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It work for me too.
So I'm doing 2 and 4 and doing 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
2, 4.
Sweet.
Or no, wait.
And sorry if I'm a little slow tonight. I'm a little tired.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Okay.
So yeah. You'll announce 2 and 4 and do 2 and 4. That works. Why not?
Perfect.
Excuse me. It's so funny. My mom was in here recording radio spots, and she did that. She's, I'm like, pretty sure that's not in the script. She's like, I screwed up.
Did you save it as a sound effect?
She told me to. I think I have it, yeah. But it's just one of those things. It's like, I gotta get that exported out because that would be awesome. And it totally reminded me of like Team America. Look at that terrorist waving his arms around like an idiot. Wonder what he's doing.
Yes.
Like, we're just waiting for the signal. What was the signal again?
Man, it's been years since I've seen that.
Okay. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Sorry, YouTube audience. This is the craziness that happens here. All right, 3, 2, 1. Maybe. Oh no, this died. Did this really die?
Oh no.
Yeah, it did. No, we're going. On this episode of Classless Chat, Drake lead has been cast.
T-Rex Spooks Horses faces charges.
Man with his hand in his stomach.
That's disgusting.
It is.
Sea lion tastes girl's dress. I had to slow down on that one.
Yes, you did.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what you are about to hear is the future of entertainment. May I present to you Classless Chat with your hosts, Drew and Pat.
And Anthony.
Anthony!
Welcome all to Patio O'Malley's Patio Furniture Emporium and Pub, where you'll enjoy the comfort of fine, handcrafted patio furniture and a fine handcrafted pint. No blarney here. You can see the quality of our outdoor furnishings. Our lounge chairs are stout, and so is the ale. This week, when you buy a new patio swing, we'll help you swing even more when we throw in a keg of our finest brew. That's right, at Patio O'Malley's, only the finest patio furniture will do. No potatoes here. That's right, no potato.
No potato.
Take a swing at our leprechaun pinata. One smack with Patty's shillelagh and win 50% off your purchase. You'll find us downtown Boise.
I love it.
Call 208-555-5555. That's right, Patio O'Malley's Patio Furniture Emporium and Pub. You'll find the luck here today. No leprechauns were hurt in the making of this commercial.
I love Pat.
It's so good.
It is so dark and awesome at the same time. So, welcome to Classless Chat. My name is Drew. This is the co-host.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So Pat is still out, getting ready to start physical therapy. Talked to him, was it today? Might have been today. I think it was yesterday, but it might have been today. I don't know. It's all blurring together when you have 2 kids on your own. You do crazy, stupid things. So he's was doing better until he thought the pillow was behind his head and leaned into the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, like the baseball song. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's getting ready to start physical therapy. He's saying it'll probably be 2 more weeks, but we'll see.
All right.
Just gonna have to play it by ear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could hear the rasp in his voice in that thing because he recorded that being out, like after the surgery, and you could hear the rasp in his voice and parts of that. It was like,
Yeah.
because they go in through the front and they like move your vocal cords and everything, like move everything out of the way to get back into the vertebra, to fuse the vertebra.
Oh, that doesn't sound like fun.
No. No.
That hurts just thinking.
Right? Right? And okay, so my mom has had the same surgery where they fused. So Pat had fallen and smacked his head on some equipment at work, so he's out on workman's comp, and had to have surgery. I mean, had to fuse a couple vertebrae together. And my mom has had this done, and she's like, it takes weeks. It takes weeks to recover. And I think it's worse for Pat. Ladies, this is not me saying that women can take pain better than men. I'm not arguing with it necessarily, but I'm not stating it right now either. But, and I even told my mom this, and she goes, why would you, that would be worse. Why would they do that? Oh, they took the bone out from his sternum to fuse the vertebra.
Why?
And she's like, why didn't they do cadaver? I don't know. It's like asking a guy, so they had a baby? Did you, like, how big was it? What was the weight? And what exact time to the millisecond did that baby pop out? I don't know. I don't know why they didn't do cadaver. I just know they didn't. They pulled it from his sternum. I don't know if Pat's like, I'm allergic to other people. I tried cannibalism once, and it just didn't work with my system. I think I'm going to pass on that, but thank you. Maybe for the next guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and that's not something you're going to ask. Right?
No. We're guys. We're lucky we get like, how are you? All right.
Yeah.
TV?
Yerp.
Oh, yarp. Referencing the movie. Love it. Yarp.
Yerp.
Narp. Oh, that was awesome,
That
dude.
was good. Oh my gosh.
I mean, and then I sent Anthony earlier this week because we're friends outside of this. That's why we're here doing it, right?
Yeah.
And I sent him. It wasn't necessarily a meme. It was a Jeff Foxworthy quote, and it's like my favorite Jeff Foxworthy line of all times.
I need to find it now.
And it's in regards to sexual activities, and it's procreation, coitus, if you might. It's about how women are like a diesel. I don't have the quote right in front of me, but it's like how women are like diesel trucks. And it might take a while to, get them warmed up. But once you get them there, they can go and go and go and go. And men are like bottle rockets. Ooh, ah.
That was perfect.
It's just like, it's about sums it up right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Ladies, if you want to know, now
Yeah.
you know.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Yep.
Gabby's. No, I'll take a pause for a minute. I've been talking. Why don't you talk? You've had stuff going on. You hired a dude.
Yeah.
Finally. Now, does the guy already live here?
Yes.
Okay.
So he's not gonna. Yes, he lives here. Yeah. So he's So he used to work for one of our competitors, and that competitor went out of business.
Okay.
Like 3 years ago ish.
Ish.
And
I like the ish.
Yeah, I don't know exactly when, but he decided he didn't want to go just work for anybody else, and so he went to work for FedEx for a little while and was waiting for the right company to look at going to work for.
I don't want to work for just anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking FedEx.
Yep. So he went to work for FedEx.
All right.
Yeah. So now he's. I had an interview with him today. It went really, really well. He's got a lot of experience. He has a lot to learn. But he's got 8 years of experience, and in comparison to everybody else who's applied or I've considered, he's got a lot more experience than most.
Nice.
And pretty much everybody at my company except for me and my superintendent Jake.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he's going to be a huge help. So he's going to give 2 weeks notice, so he's going to start sometime in mid-June.
Nice. And you pulled an all-day and all-nighter
Yeah, I pulled an all-day and all-nighter.
working?
Yeah, I can't remember how many hours I worked on Monday, but it was a lot. And then I took about an hour and a half nap, and then I went right back to work and worked all night long at the T-Mobile call center in Meridian, doing a tie-in for. They built this smoker's patio.
Oh, so you weren't working like the call center?
No, yeah. Yeah, no, I was just putting in the.
Thank you for calling the 3 a.m. line at T-Mobile. My name's Anthony. How can I help you?
You can tell that they're really actively trying to make people not hate that job because you go into that call center and they have like basketball courts. They have a full gym.
That's not new. They've been doing, not necessarily them, but the call centers have been doing that for years. I worked at Quest.
Yeah.
When they had a cell phone. Back when they had cell phones.
Wow.
I worked at Quest in their cellular department, and dude, we had ping pong tables, we had the little basketball hoops, we had video games.
Yeah.
I mean, the Wii and the Xbox 360 had like just come out.
Yeah.
And they had like video game consoles. We'd have video game wars and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, that's what they. So that's what that's what it's like there. Mm-hmm. And so you go there, and there's just like, I sometimes I go there, I'm like wondering, is anybody even working?
No.
Like everybody's just playing video games and hanging out. But they built this outdoor smoker's patio that's enclosed. So it's got all these fans that blow this.
Is it really outdoors if it's enclosed?
I guess not. So technically no. But
in Idaho, doesn't it technically have to be a club then?
I don't know.
Like this is the T-Mobile Smokers Club.
Exactly.
We have jackets and everything.
It seriously feels like that. And they put in these really expensive heaters.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's so they can keep warm in the wintertime and smoke a cigarette.
Do they have to vape out there too?
I don't know.
I would hope.
Probably.
Vaping scares me.
Yeah, we don't know anything about it yet.
Right. Personally, I would rather see somebody walk right by me smoking a cigarette than walk right by me vaping. Because I'm like, well, they're like, it's just vapor. Yeah, with a bunch of crap load of chemicals built into the water vapor.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just inhaling chemicals. Who knows? There could be arsenic in that and more. I mean, there's arsenic in cigarettes, but there could be all sorts of crap in that. Blah, blah.
Well, and I thought that the whole point of vaping was to get people to quit smoking.
But it just got more people into it.
Well, it did, and then...
it reminds me of Star Wars. Want to buy some death sticks?
Yeah, exactly. You want to go rethink your life. I'm going to go rethink my life.
I'm going to go home and rethink my life.
Yeah. No, I have a buddy, his name's Chris, and he's, we call him Pineapple. That's his nickname. So, but we were hanging out one day. He lives in California. And I went down
brown on the outside, yellow on the inside. I mean, what's
he's Islander.
Oh, all right.
So, yeah, that's why he's
works.
Pineapple.
That works.
He was vaping while we were hanging out, and then he gets in his car and he starts driving. I'm following him somewhere,
and he pulls out a cigarette.
Yeah, I notice he's smoking a cigarette.
No.
Yes, I'm like. So we get to our destination, and I'm like, dude, isn't vaping supposed to help people quit smoking? And
I thought so.
Yeah, and he was all, well. Maybe, but I'm not a quitter.
I'm not a quitter.
So I just started.
At least he owns it.
Yeah. So I just laughed. I was like, this guy's awesome.
I'm not a quitter.
Yep. I love that guy. He's awesome. I've known him for years and years. I've been friends with him since like sophomore year of high school. So he's a good guy.
All right. So Anthony was a total jerk.
Yep.
Today.
Yep.
Total jerk.
Yep.
Jerk. Jerk. And the evidence is still sitting right here. So he calls me and he's like, yeah, dude, I'm like totally unprepared today. Like I haven't been able to do a squat. I haven't read anything. I haven't done anything. I don't even know if you picked all the stories. It just blah. And I haven't eaten yet. And I just finished a job and I'm driving from the other side of the valley. So I'm going to be a while. I'll probably be late. I'm like, oh, all right. So, as a decent human being, do you want me to toss a frozen pizza in for you so you have some food when you get here? No, I'm good. I'm going to stop at a drive-thru. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, cool. But no big deal. So the jack wagon pulls up. And the first thing I see is he's waving at me, and he's not waving with his hand. He's waving with the stinking cup. And he's waving at me with a Chick-fil-A cup. And he's like, hey, Mr. Celiac, look where I went that you can never enter again. And it's like, what the crap?
Sorry, dude.
Dude!
I'm so not celiac, so I'll eat breaded chicken fried with more bread.
I'm happy for you. But... dude, I mean, it's not like I'm a dog and pooped in your house. You don't have to rub my nose in it.
I needed the caffeine, so I got the big cup.
Okay, what's in it?
Dr. Pepper.
Oh, all right. Well, 23 flavors of magicalness. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
I
good.
love Dr. Pepper. It's delicious.
It is good.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a pop in like 3 years, but I remember it being good.
Yeah, it's good. I like the cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper you can get at like Five Guys.
You see, I don't know about adding all the extra flavors to pop.
Oh man, it's good.
I mean, when I was a kid, the idea was like you mixed 30 different flavors of pop.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right?
Those days were good days. Yeah.
You done? Nope.
Yeah.
You done? Nope.
I actually
Is it full yet? Just about.
I actually add lemonade to mine a little bit. Just a splash.
All right.
It's good.
I get that. All right.
Yeah, it's good.
Gives it a nice little lemon tang.
It's good. Yeah, I do that at Five Guys a lot.
So what did you get at Chick-fil-A? Jerk wagon?
I got the spicy chicken sandwich. Yeah, it's really good. I get it with no lettuce or tomatoes because I don't eat things that grow.
Animals grow.
I meant out of the ground. No, they asked me. Some people will be like, "Oh, so just no lettuce or tomato?" Yeah, I don't eat things that grow, and I get a laugh every time.
Does anybody respond with animals grow?
No, you're
No,
the first.
I'm the first. That's
Yep.
right, ladies and gentlemen. I thought of that.
Yep.
Could I recognize that our zombie potato heads chasing a bag of potato chips wouldn't happen because the potato chips are already dead?
Yeah.
No, I could not. I did not catch that one. But I caught this.
I love that you got told off for that one.
Dude.
It's awesome. That's so incredibly anal.
It is. They're like, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
They're like, well, of course, you're not going to have a zombie potato apocalypse or anything. That's just crazy talk. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What are you talking about then? Well, you're chasing a bag of potato chips, and potato chips are dead potatoes that have been cut up already. Shut up.
Oh, that just reminded me.
French fried taters.
You know who has the best potato joke ever? Is Rod Gilbert.
Who's Rod Gilbert? Is he one of the British dark comedian
he's
guys?
Welsh.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
Welsh guy.
Yep.
But he does your dark humor.
He's not that dark actually.
Okay,
He's
all
just kind of a little bit eccentric and funny. But he's really good. He's one of my favorites actually.
Nice.
Yeah. He did this joke. I can't remember all of it, but he's talking about it's too long of a joke. You have to look it up.
It's so good. I'm going to laugh while I think about it,
Yep.
but I'm not going to tell you the joke.
If I remember it, it's like 8 minutes long.
Holy
But
cow.
look it up on YouTube. It's pretty funny. It's Rod Gilbert and the man with the flaming Battenberg tattoo. That's the name of the show.
The man with the flaming Battenberg tattoo?
Yeah, he names his shows the funniest things. Like he has another comedy show called the award-winning Mince Pie. It's really good. He's really funny. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I love that guy.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, he cracks me up. But yeah, he totally has a tattoo of a he has a tattoo of a Battenberg cake on a cushion.
What is a Battenberg cake?
You have to Google it. It's
Okay.
it's a British thing.
All right.
But it's a cake and it's sitting on it's a slice of cake on a cushion with flames coming out of the back.
Oh my god.
That's his tattoo. And then his other tattoo on his other shoulder is a potato.
Nice. All right, so Jonathan, you're in England, and Jason Vera. Either one of you guys want to send a picture or I don't know, or a cake. I don't know. You can send us a cake, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know if they have it here.
I've never heard. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, there's stuff here all the time I've never heard of.
Yeah, it has marzipan.
Crap, we hear about new diseases on the TV all the time that I've never heard of.
It's true. They're making up names for all kinds
They
of stuff. They
are like, here, take this drug. It might cause hepatitis. What? It makes it to where you can't say the name of this disease because it's hepatitis.
That totally reminds me of that. I saw a meme this weekend. It's the older guy who has the real awkward face.
Diabetes.
Not that guy,
No, okay,
but
okay.
the the one who they keep memeing, and he's like he has that awkward like kind of sad face after figuring something out or like reading something.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know.
And he's like, he goes, "Oh no, I have a little bit of lower back pain. I should Google and see what I have." And then he Googles it and he looks down and he goes, "Apparently have a brain tumor." Just like self-diagnosis.
My lower back hurts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I will tell you though, that is like the most dangerous thing you can ever do. Is there's there's something going on with me. I'm going to look it up because it's either going to be one of two things. Either you're going to, oh, that looks good.
That's Battenberg cake.
That looks really good. But I mean, it's going to be one or two things. Either you have cancer or you're in late stages of AIDS. I don't know what every single time. Either you have cancer and it's obviously stage 4 and you have 0 chance of surviving this out of the next 72 hours.
Yeah.
Or you have late stages of AIDS and you're not going to live another 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
Well,
I mean, it sucks because we've all done it. Like, oh, something's going on. What am I? And the next thing you know, you're like, holy no, and you're like calling your doctor and they go like, the only thing bad I could possibly think that you could maybe even sort of kind of have, you could take this one pill one time.
yeah.
Like, here, take some ibuprofen and wait it out.
Yeah.
And that's if it's the bad thing.
Yeah. Well, and it's,
Really?
Yeah.
But Google said, don't you? I actually had a doctor. Don't you ever look at Google again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Well, and they've actually gotten a little desensitized now, I think, because everyone wants to self-diagnose. And so,
Right.
like, I went in and I was like, this is like 4 years ago. I was not feeling good at all. I was really, really sick. So I had a bad infection.
I'm
Right.
pretty sure I have this, doc.
No, so yeah, I started Googling stuff. So I had a lymph node in my neck blow up. So I looked like freaking Quasimodo.
What's new?
Yeah. Well, I had a hump on the side of my head. So
I remember this.
I had this big old, thing blowing up on my neck. And so I'm like stressing out. I'm like, I got cancer. I've got this. I've got that. I don't know what it is. So I go in and I'm stressing out so much.
That's making it worse.
It's making me worse. Yeah. So I stressed myself to the point that I had ocular migraines and went blind in my right eye.
Totally remember this. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was a total stress case. I've calmed down a lot. I'm still kind of a psychopath, but it's true.
He totally
But
is.
I've calmed down a lot in the last like 5 years, and you can ask my boss used to say that I was neurotic, little nutcase.
And depressed, that doesn't mean that you're sad. Everclear. Sorry.
Nice. Yeah, so I ended up stressing myself into a deeper sickness. I ended up getting 2 CTs because they thought I had a stroke.
Well,
Yeah, so it was crazy. But
your eye did like flinch.
this is why you don't go online
No,
and start
ow.
thinking about what you could possibly have.
No,
You
yeah.
just go to the doctor and let them run their tests.
I mean, wait for maybe, I don't know, some things you don't even really want to wait for.
No, just go.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all good. So Gabby's getting ready for her purple belt. She tested for her purple belt today and she
Nice.
passed. So,
Awesome.
So she's getting her purple belt on Friday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
heck
an
yeah.
achievement.
It's over halfway, so she's past the halfway marker to getting her black belt. Getting her black belt.
What's next? Is it brown?
purple stripe?
Purple stripe.
So in her kung fu thing for children, they get stripes. So it's like
Stripe.
halfway belts.
Oh, yeah.
And so after, let's see, here it goes: white, yellow, orange, camo, green, purple, blue, brown, red. Is it brown red or is it red brown? I think it's brown red, black.
Okay.
So she's she's past the halfway.
So she's going to be able to beat me up soon?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, probably.
Totally. Oh, and it was funny because I'm there today. We're there for like 2.5 hours today at the dojo. Awesome. And the air conditioner's out, and Cosmo, the Sifu's there, and he's working with this one kid, and awesome girl. She lives right across the street from me. She lives in that house. It's right there.
Oh, wow.
And great kid. And he finally goes, Drew, I have too much to do. Can you come out here and work with her for a minute? And I'm like, people ask me, what color belt do you have? And I'm like, well, it's leather, black-ish. It's worn enough to where you see brown through it. I don't know. And they're like, well, then why is he calling you out there? And I'm like, I don't want to ever say. I was dumb as a kid. I don't know. Look at this face. Who doesn't want to punch this? And and I'm like, all right, what are we working on? And he goes, can you like get her to punch on these knuckles? And I was like, okay, so you just want me to teach her how to punch? He's like, yes. Can you work with her on punching?
Nice.
And, I mean, he had an entire class, and he's like, and I'm sitting here for like 5 minutes working with this one kid on punching. And this guy is, I mean, legitimately a master. He's like a 6th degree or a 7th degree in this form of Kung Fu. And he's black belt. He has like a 3rd degree in like 2 other forms. And he's a black belt in like 7 different forms of martial arts.
Oh, wow.
Multiple near-death wartime experiences in the jungle. I mean, this guy is flat out legitimate. This is the reason why we go here. Wow. And he's like, can you just teach her, show her this, help her figure this out? And I'm like, and she does. She keeps hitting like on the back to like on your pinky and ring finger knuckles. And I'm like, you're going to break your hand. So I'm working with her on where to place your thumb, how to do this. And then she starts wrist flopping. And I'm like, you're going to break your wrist. And she's like, I'm going to break a finger. I'm going to break a wrist. I'm like, just pay attention here. And another black belt walks over. I'm like, dude, why am I doing this? There's black belts right here. Yeah. And he stops and he's listening to what I'm saying. And she finally gets, and she looks at him and he goes, I don't normally like to say he knows what he's talking about, but it's pretty evidently clear he knows what he's talking about. I pay attention to him. And she stops and goes, okay. And I finally got her and I'm like, okay, good. Now just aim like this. Like I finally was like, have you ever shot before? And she's okay. The kid can't throw a punch. And I'm like, have you ever shot a gun? Yeah, I've shot a gun. Welcome to Idaho, people.
Yeah.
Can't throw a punch, shoot a gun. Got it. And I'm like, okay, this is your target. Aim here. This is what you're shooting with. And I put my finger like up in between the knuckles. I'm like, you're shooting right here. You want to aim right there. And oh, okay. And all of a sudden, bam, she starts hitting it. And I'm like, okay, now that we've got this and we've got a few free moments, let's turn you into a boxer. She goes, what? I'm like, all right, arm positions here. And your fighting stance, your left hand's going to be your jab, and your right hand, you're going to hook. But we're not going to worry about actually hooking around. We're just going to worry about, and I finally like show her, if you're standing right, you'll notice that your right arm isn't as long out as your left. And so you instantly have to turn with your body. You're using your body momentum and using the force from your body into the punch. And so I teach her, and by the end of the class, I mean, I work with the kid for like 7 minutes total. And it's an hour-long class. And by the end of the class, they're having a punching competition. Like, here, hold the bag, and we're going to see who can. She won. Went from can't throw a punch to being the hardest punch in the entire class.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's
Nice.
what I'm talking about. And walked out, and her mom's like, thanks for working with her. And I'm like, hey, she's got a killer punch on her now. Oh.
Speaking of
They fight at home. I'm like,
Yeah.
sorry.
speaking of throwing punches wrong, I broke both. I had boxer's fractures. I
Yeah.
broke these two
Because
I threw it wrong.
because you punched like an idiot.
Yep.
Yeah.
I connected wrong and I hit right on these two and
And totally.
snapped both of them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You've got to aim right.
Yep.
If you look at fighters, you'll always see that these two knuckles, some of them will go flat. Mine haven't gone flat. They're like actually round, and it's that one that you'd be like, oh dude, that would hurt if it hit.
Yep.
But it's every single time, and it hits every single time. And yeah. Anyway, we've gone for 25 minutes on this.
Just on whatever we want.
Yeah, well, it's all good. So Jeff Weiner, who does crap from set with us, we weren't able to hook up this week.
Oh no.
So we have no crap from set. He was going to see if he could possibly do it live again. Excuse me. And yeah, it has not happened. Or you're pregnant. Jim's on here, and apparently I didn't see it. And he's apparently saying with the Google diagnosis, or you're pregnant.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah.
You have cancer, or you're pregnant. Which totally reminds me, oh my gosh, before we move on. Oh, how did I forget this? Jay was in town a couple weeks ago. We went out to breakfast with her parents. And the girls, because they're twins, and twin girls, they talk. I mean, it's great. It's awesome. I love the sisterhood there.
Yeah.
But they do, and it's hilarious to watch them connect because they just eye contact and they know what's going on and no one else does. And they sit in there, and all of a sudden, they start talking about this. What was it? It's it's not a meme, but it's like a Twitter feed where a guy's reading a bunch of tweets. And it's like, if you can't spell a word, how dumb do you look? And it's people who can't spell pregnant.
Oh no.
And it's like pregnant and all these other things. And they start going off on some of them. And I'm like, can my girlfriend be pregnant? And her mom's eyes got huge. And I'm like, no. The answer here is no. I have two. I know how this works. I've figured it out. Figured this one out. I know how it happens. No. The answer here is no. Don't worry. You got nothing to worry about. And her mom was just like, what?
She perked up.
Can my girlfriend be pregnant? And I'm like, do you really think I would say pregnant for one? And for two, no. And am I going to say it at like a restaurant table with my girlfriend's parents? No. Who would? I mean, how dumb would you have to be like, hi there, parents. Do you think your daughter could be pregnant?
Oh, no. And was it one of those like... Have you seen those Yahoo ones where people are asking if they're pregnant? Like it's like the Yahoo answers.
No, oh no, but I think some of those were on there.
Okay,
yeah.
were they okay? Yeah, those are hilarious. Like
pregnant.
Yeah, like I've been sick for days. It's like I think I might be pregnant. It's like okay, and there's all these dumb answers on there. Those are great. Yep.
I love when you go into the doctor about anything. And this happens, you're a grown man. It doesn't matter. You're a grown human being or a teenager. You go to the doctor for anything. And I think this is half the reason why people Google stuff. Is you go to the doctor, and especially if you're a teenager and all of a sudden your parents in the room with you. I've got to ask you a very uncomfortable question. Are you sexually active? I came here for nosebleeds.
Yeah.
It could be chlamydia.
You could be.
I mean, it's like, my nose is bleeding, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
I think we need to do a urinalysis.
Yeah.
Can you pee in this cup for me?
Oh,
when was the last time you were checked?
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah, and then the even more awkward one is when they ask your parents to leave the room.
Oh.
And then they ask you questions like, do your parents beat you and lock you in the closet?
Oh, my gosh. Now, I noticed, okay, so going to the hospital as much as I did with Shannon, I got to go into like some of the rooms, and if it was a female that was in the room, they would always put this little card on the shelf above the toilet. Mm-hmm. Like, if he beats you at home, it's okay, you can call us.
Yep.
And I'm like... You never see that in the guy's bathroom. And a woman could just as easily push the dude down the stairs.
Yeah.
I mean, the frying pan to the head, I'm sorry, Tangled proved that works.
It does.
Especially cast iron.
Yeah.
Buddy Jeremy selling his cast iron skillet. Did that to the head. I don't care who you are. That's going to leave a mark.
I think they assume that if you're getting beat up by your significant other and you're a guy, you're less likely to talk about it.
But isn't that why you would have the card? Because you're afraid to talk about it. So that's why the card is there. You're afraid to talk about it. So we want to let you know that it's okay to talk about it. We're here for you.
Yeah.
People in hospitals, guys get assaulted too.
Yeah, it does. It's true. You know what the most awkward moment ever is, though? Is when once you're married or you're very close to being married.
Yeah.
And you're with your spouse or future spouse and your mother-in-law at the doctor's. And then they ask your mother-in-law to leave, but not you. That's the most awkward.
I can honestly say that never happened to me.
No.
Was it a gynecologist visit?
No, it had to do with,
that would make it really awkward.
I can't remember what it was, but it was like I don't know. I think we were married or not. I don't know if we were married or not yet. But we might have been.
If you weren't married, that would be really awkward.
Yeah, we must have been. So we were probably like very recently married, and so so my mother-in-law was asked to leave.
Yeah,
but not me.
Oh wow!
So that was.
So next week, just jumping here. Hopefully, Geoff will have watched all of this special event that's on Netflix right now. It's called brain fart. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. It was just out my ear. What was the thing?
Keepers?
The Keepers.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a documentary on Netflix. If you guys have not started watching The Keepers, we are going to do like a big talking point with Jeff all about The Keepers. Hopefully next week if he can finish it. I finished it in 2 days. I got that hooked into it. It's like an hour and 5 minutes per episode, and there's 7 episodes.
Wow.
And I got through the thing in like 2 days because it's that intense that you get hooked and you want to know. And it just changes. It instantly changes. It's they're trying to solve the case, an unsolved murder case from 1969 of a nun, a Catholic nun. And the police couldn't solve it. Nobody could figure out what was going on. So 40, 50 years later, I guess that would be 40 some odd years later. Yeah. 40 some odd years later, some of her old, cause she was a teacher, nuns, they a lot of times taught, and this was at an all girl school. A couple of her former students said, you know what? We want to look into this and see if we can figure it out. And so they start digging through it, and it opens up a huge can of worms about, Catholic Church cover-ups, from the archdiocese, potentially, allegedly, potentially and allegedly police cover-ups, government cover-ups, all the way across the board. And they're trying to figure out this murder case, and it turns into this huge pedophile sex scandal.
Whoa.
Huge thing. And absolutely fascinating to watch. So if you haven't watched it yet, if you haven't started it, get on it. The Keepers, it's on Netflix. It's only on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. Awesome. Watch it. And we're going to do something big with Jeff on that. And there's a reason why we're doing it with Jeff. I don't want to announce that right now. I want to let him announce that. But there's a reason we're going to do that with Jeff. So it's really fascinating. You're going to want to see this. And you're going to want to be in on it. So this is something you're going to want to share with
you.
You
might want to clarify that he wasn't sexually abused, at least.
That we know of.
That we know of. At least not by the people involved.
I don't think the priest involved sexually. I don't think Jeff wasn't born then. He's just a little bit older than I am. He's like 35.
Yeah, I didn't think he was 60s.
No.
That'd be
awkward.
My parents, so.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom was born in 62.
Yeah. My dad was born in 64.
My dad was born in 54. There you go. All right. It's time for something.
Yeah.
We're going to move on because we've been here for a while.
Here comes the stupid. News starts now.
All right. So, moving on to stupid news. This first story is not necessarily stupid unless you know what we're talking about. There's a reason why this one hit stupid news. There's a bunch of people rejoicing over this for a couple different reasons. Tom Holland, who is the new Spider-Man, right? The guy who's
I think he does a great job as Spider-Man.
I think so too. He's finally like I think he's the first Spider-Man actor, the guy who's playing Spider-Man, that I can actually relate to and see being Spider-Man. Yeah. I didn't get into Tobey Maguire. I didn't like it. This guy is the first guy I'm watching like, this guy actually appears to be a legitimate Spider-Man. I could buy this.
Yep.
But he is cast as Nathan Drake in the upcoming Uncharted movie.
Yeah.
Which people are rejoicing for a couple of reasons. One, finally, there's an Uncharted movie coming out. They've been working and proposing and doing all sorts of stuff for years on this. Hasn't gone anywhere. Setback, yada, yada, yada. But now Tom Holland is coming in, and this is supposed to be kind of like a prequel to the Uncharted stuff. So it's like a young Nathan Drake going into this, which I could see because the guy is just too young. He doesn't look, he's not old enough for the character. The reason why this is in stupid news, it's personal. Dang it, Hollywood, this is personal. We had hashtags and everything, for crying out loud. Everything, people. We had hashtags. Doesn't that solve the problem? Like that should be it. Let's in terrorism. Hashtag in terrorism. And terrorism's gone. It's not there anymore. In poverty. Hashtag in poverty. Poverty's no longer a thing. Obviously, it didn't work, but what do you do? This is stupid because I know the guy who was the original model for the Drake character. Nathan Drake is... I just want people to know this. Nathan Drake is my brother. I'm not. I mean, if you look on the YouTube channel, I clearly am not. I mean, I would be like Nathan Drake after he retired and didn't move and just drank beer all day. I mean, that would be like the Nathan Drake afterwards. It's like the people start showing up like, we need you to discover this. Are we sure this is the right house? I mean, that's like I would if I was Nathan Drake. No, this is seriously, I kid you not. My brother was the original model for this, and he was on set maybe a year ago. I guess it's been a little while. When he was on set with somebody, and they're like, dude, if they go ahead and they make a Nathan Drake, like an Uncharted movie, you've got to be it. You've got to be Drake. You look just like him. Like, it's almost like they got a picture of you and modeled the character after you. And my brother's laughing. He's like, dude, I was the model, but I actually went in and did stuff. And
that's awesome.
The actual model for the stinking character is an actor. Gosh, dang. Hollywood, come on.
Yeah, that seems totally unfair.
I saw this because Jason actually shared this. He actually shared on Facebook. He's like, super happy about this. Couldn't be happier. And I'm like, I think you could be.
Yeah.
Something deep down inside me tells me I'm pretty sure you could be just that much happier. Just a little bit happier. Now I don't know. This is going to go twofold for me. I want it to be a success because when it's not the prequel, I want them to bring Jason into like the real aged. But at the same time, let's face it, it's a video game movie. These are never good.
Not usually.
I mean, what was the first one? Was it Mortal Kombat? Was Mortal Kombat the first one?
I think it was.
I think because Super Mario Brothers, I think came out afterwards, was horrible.
Yep.
But Mortal Kombat, I think Mortal Kombat 2. And I watch them sometimes for nostalgia reasons.
Yeah.
But they're not good.
No, they're not good.
They're not good. So, yeah, I mean, this movie coming out, it's a ways away. It's a video game movie, so who knows what to expect. It could be really good. It could be god-awful.
Have you played the games at all?
A little bit. I mean, I've got little kids around the house, and even when this first came out, I had little kids, so I had to get away from a lot of these kinds of video games because it's just something that you make that parental choice. It's like, okay, not going to subject my kids into this type of a thing. They're just not going to see it, and you suffer for a bit. But I don't necessarily feel like I've suffered. Yeah, I've missed out on some things, but I feel like it was more important for me to be a proper parent, a better parent than it was for me to enjoy video games.
Yeah. You know, I think I've kind of gone that route myself too.
Yeah.
I have a lot of video games.
Not saying I wouldn't accept a Nintendo Switch if somebody wanted to send me one.
Yeah, that system's awesome. But no, I've seen a lot of the gameplay. Alicia really likes these style games.
Yeah.
It's
like Lara Croft.
Yeah,
Tomb Raider.
very similar. Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid meets Lara Croft.
But the story's better.
Oh yeah, totally.
In Uncharted.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think they could really go.
I think when you have a guy character instead of a supposedly hot pixelated girl character, the story has to be a little better.
Yeah, it could be. I remember when the original Tomb Raider came out. Like I think it was like on a PlayStation, original PlayStation, maybe. Yeah, and that was. Everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, look at how cool this looks!" And now you look back on it, and you're like, "Oh my gosh!"
I always loved my brother but Jason was always huge in the games. He's like, "Look at the graphics! I play this for the graphics." And I'm like, "Look at the graph? What?"
Yeah, yeah. And then people would like try to get side shots of Lara Croft, and it's like these pixelated cone boobies,
and they were totally cones. It's like Madonna, like the Madonna cones.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, look at her." Yeah, that's a cartoon character.
So we got comments. Super Mario Brothers, Double Dragon.
Oh yeah,
Street Fighter. I forgot about Street Fighter with Van Damme. Yeah. Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Yeah. They were all fighting movies, other than Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
with the really awkward Goombas.
The Goombas. Yeah, Mario's awesome.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need to be a movie.
So, like I said, not necessarily stupid, except when you know the backstory behind the stupid idea.
Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah. Definitely stupid.
It's all good. It's all good. Hollywood, I'll forgive you, but do better next time. Do better next time.
Did he even get a call?
Not that I know of. And
Which
I think
makes
that's
sense.
one of the frustrating things. It's like he's out there working his butt off. I'll be like, it's like, but part of it is, so with Hollywood, it becomes a real trick because if you want to make it big, it becomes the balance of, do you want to survive or do you want to be the big star? Because you can work, if you're going to survive and work in the industry, you've got to work behind the scenes or do stand-ins or do something like that. And work basically full time, which means you can't go to auditions.
Yeah,
Excuse me, because you're working during the audition times. So it becomes a real challenge to get into some of that, or you're going to starve and do nothing but auditions, and chances are never see anything, and your dream's going to vanish as soon as your money's gone.
Yeah.
And your parents say, we're not paying for this dream anymore.
Yeah.
And so Jason has been down there for, it's been over 10 years. And he's working full time.
Yeah.
And I mean, and he's still doing excuse me, he's still doing some auditions and stuff, but I think the goal and the hope, I'd have to talk to him. I might be wrong here, but I think the goal and the hope is to get something, land something, and to move into a different role into that. But honestly, he's doing some pretty cool stuff right now. He works with some incredibly cool people.
Yeah.
His stories are fantastic, and people don't care that he's a stand-in. They would rather hear about stand-in Jason than audio engineer Drew. I kid you not. Every single time. Drew, that's fascinating. That's what you do, blah, 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 blah. So do you have any siblings? I'm like, oh, yeah, I've got a brother. Oh, that's really cool. I bet. Is he a cool guy like you working in audio? Oh, no, he works in Hollywood. You have pictures?
Yeah, that must be difficult.
Yeah. Well, second fiddle. I'm used to it. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. All right. Why don't you take this next one? This one's you laughed at it when you read it, so you got.
Yeah, this one's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Woman accused of startling horses in T-Rex costume faces charges. Oh man. So I love journalists who make the effort to do stuff like this. Horsing around in a T-Rex costume can be fun.
Yes, it can.
But leave the horses out of it. That's a great way to start this. Thank you, David Moy,
sure,
Moy, for writing that fantastic first line for this paragraph. Yeah, so a North Carolina woman is facing charges after police in Charleston, South Carolina, said she startled a pair. Yep.
This worried me.
Why?
When I first read this, I'm like, oh God, she crossed state lines.
Yeah.
I mean, this, I don't know, maybe an attorney could let us know, but potentially that could be a felony.
I guess it could,
Because
yeah.
it's cross state line.
Yeah. Yeah. So she startled a pair of carriage horses dressed as a T-Rex and allegedly in the dinosaur costume as the carriage passed her, she was making growling noises. Yeah. So
fear my tiny arms.
This spooked the horses and they began backing up. The carriage then struck an unoccupied vehicle, causing minor damage to its bumper. The driver was thrown from the carriage and a wheel rolled over his legs, one of his legs.
Man.
So he suffered a broken bone in his left foot and severe bruising. This story's hilarious. Apparently then she...
We've all seen the T-Rex costume,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
yeah,
we've
and
all
the
seen
videos
this.
are
we know
this-
what it is.
Yeah, the pictures of the T-Rex are hilarious. And its mouth, agape. And it's pretty hilarious. So, so then he yelled, get out of here a bunch of times. And then...
Now, it's down south, so you got to do the southern.
Oh, I can't do Southern.
You do it. Try it.
No. Oh, what, like get out of here. I guess. I don't know. I'll try it.
That was worth it.
It was worth it.
That was worth it.
That reminds me of a... Never mind. There's a game that I used to play back in the days, back when DOS was really cool.
Oh, DOS.
Yeah.
How I
What was
miss
that?
thee.
What was that game called? Oh, yeah, Redneck Rampage. Have you ever heard of that game?
No, but I want to now.
Yeah. They'd be like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
I'm going to wreck it.
Yeah. So pretty funny. So perhaps she did not realize what a threat that appeared to be to the animals.
Probably not. I don't know. I mean, people who aren't around horses don't get that, I suppose. But
Oh my gosh, horses spook so easily.
they do. I mean, it's like the elephant with the mouse thing.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, mouse. No. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty funny though that they saw her driving away. I just wish she was still wearing the costume.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
That right there would have been endangerment, though.
Yeah. Definitely. But yeah. So I think she's just claiming that, as I read down more, you can find this article on Huffington Post.
Huffington Post. Yeah.
But she's claiming that she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and not. Yeah.
I mean, I probably was.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see something, you're like, rah, rah, you're dressed as a T-Rex, you're gonna do something stupid. I mean, let's just face it.
You've already done something
How
stupid.
many How many like good ideas come out of the T-Rex costume? I mean, that's like I could see. Girls don't make sense to me when they try to like meet guys to hook up. Like they go to the bar, they either look like a total slut, and every guy who's not completely drunk goes chlamydia, gonorrhea, pass. You know, and I mean they're just like, no, we're walking away, or they're like they try to be funny, and it doesn't work as cute funny. It works as like blah, funny. And so, I mean, I could see a girl being like, I'm going to be funny. I'm going to go to the bar and pick up on guys as a T-Rex.
Yeah.
And
you just triggered like a million feminists.
I
I'm just letting
totally
you know.
did. Which, like, probably 2 of them might ever listen to the podcast.
Probably not. But I doubt there's even 2 that would. But to be honest, though, there's actually... I can't remember the direct quote, but you know who Christopher Hitchens was?
No.
He passed away. He was an agnostic atheist guy who.
So did Roger Moore, though.
He debated a lot of Christian guys, and he actually was
Okay.
a really intelligent guy, formulated decent arguments.
Cool. Yeah.
He said one time that he believes that men are funnier than women.
I saw this because they have to.
Because they have to be.
They have to be.
Because it's
like
actually,
a mating rite.
Yeah,
it's a mating ritual.
actually, he claims it's evolutionary. It's caused by evolution.
Yep.
Because natural selection, if you're not funny, you're not getting any.
Right?
Basically.
I totally remember this.
And he triggered like so many feminists
absolutely.
by saying that.
Now, I will say, I had a point with going with this, but by the way, Roger Moore passed away too, so that was sad.
Yeah.
Sir Roger Moore, excuse me.
Sir.
He earned it. I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
So, but there was a reason that I brought that up, because guys go to the bars looking for girls. I would probably say more than girls go looking for guys.
Yeah.
And I saw something online the other day that made such a good point that I think I need to share this for all the lonely men out there. Guys, why on earth would you go to a bar to look for a girl? Chances are you're not going to find the girl of your dreams in the bar. Let's just say statistics show that.
It's probably true.
So why not go where the girls that you actually want to be with are at? Ladies and gentlemen, may I propose to you, or at least this guy, proposed. Try to pick up chicks at Target.
Yeah, I saw this.
Women to men ratio 10-1, and they're there looking for things they don't need already. Chances are way higher, people.
Yes,
Way higher.
it's true. It is true. Yeah. I never got the. I don't know. Well, I was married only like a year after turning 21, so
Yeah.
I was not out looking for.
I was married at 20, so I wasn't either.
Yeah, I don't know that game.
I don't either.
I don't think it'd be fun.
I mean, because that's not my scene.
Nope.
And when I was looking, I'll be honest, I ended up going online. I work from home.
Yeah.
People, you look behind us. This is my home office. I work here. This is what I do, and we're in the house.
Yeah.
Don't get out and meet a lot of people. And every time you're here, that dreaded, I've got a friend I need to hook you up with. And you just hear the South Park dum 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 dum. bad idea. Gets, or maybe Animaniacs. That would be a better way to put that. The Animaniacs, it's time for another good idea, bad idea. Good idea, remain single. Bad idea, trust your friends.
Yeah. It's like the opening scene of Despicable Me 2 with that mom at the party. I got a friend whose husband just died.
Yes,
Just
totally.
like he's like, no, and he's spraying her with a hose.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's totally what it is, too. Every single time.
And it's always somebody that you're totally not. It's not somebody for you at all.
Now, I don't want to seem petty and bad. And I'm going to trigger even more feminists. Why not? We're on a roll. Let's do it. This is the feminist triggering episode.
Yeah.
So I would hear from every woman that knew my situation. Oh my gosh, you are the perfect man. Every woman would be so lucky to be with a guy like you. You sat there with your wife. You went through all of this. You never left her side. You blah, 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 blah. They start listing the amount of reasons why I am the perfect guy, and every woman who is single on earth should start like filling out applications to date me. And then you get I know who I'm going to hook you up with. I've got a friend. And you're like, okay, they're recognizing that I'm legit and I could, hey, I mean, I granted I may resemble the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but I'm a good guy and there's potential here.
Better man than I am.
I don't know about that, but there's potential here. And
you are.
And all of a sudden they're like, I've got this friend. I'm going to have them Facebook stalk you. And you find out who it is. And you're like, she's got a great personality. It sounds so bad, but I mean, it's just like, and even then, I mean, they're like, I actually met some of them and they were like incredibly bitter people. And they're like, I just don't know why I can't get a date, blah, 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 blah. And you start going down it. And by the time you're done with the date and you're almost wanting to say you don't, but you almost want to say, would you like a list?
Like a reason, yeah. Here's some reasons why.
We can go down the list as to reasons why you're not getting a date. Number one. No.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, looks are not everything.
No.
And if they are, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can look at somebody and see how bitter and angry they are on their Facebook profile picture, a lot less likely to go on a date there.
Yeah.
A lot less likely.
I think it's better to, a lot of people maybe.
By the way, I'm taken now. Jay claimed that. She's like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, there. I don't plan on it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think, sometimes as men we seek after the wrong things.
Well, yeah.
And like I met my wife through a friend, and we didn't even want to meet.
Yeah.
So our story was like, nah. Like, that was how our relationship started. Nah. We weren't interested in meeting each other.
Meh.
Yeah, exactly. Nah. Yeah, nah. So neither one of us wanted to meet. And we're like best friends. So there's depth to the relationship. Obviously, we've been together. This August will be 12 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's really cool. But you think
when you've got to
usually when
develop
a friend usually when a friend is like, oh, you need to meet this person, you guys be perfect for each other. Usually that's like red flags immediately. So
right.
I think that's part of the reason why both of us were like, nah, But once we met, it happened to work really well.
Yeah.
So if I had been single and looking to date and had met my wife on my own,
right,
it might have been a totally different story. When we might not have been that keen to meet, or
right.
Once we actually talked, because we actually didn't see each other.
That's right. You just talked on the phone.
We talked on the phone,
right.
So we had developed a long a discussion in we hadn't seen each other.
There was no visual.
So I was like, I don't know what she looks like. She has no idea what I look like. I just know that I like her.
Yeah.
So, and that was a totally different approach.
Which is probably a better approach, because I think if some of these people had actually done something like that, like, we're going to blind date, and by that we mean blind.
Yeah.
We want you guys to get to know each other before you see each other.
Yeah.
Because then at that point, who cares?
Yeah. Well, and we talked on the phone for like 12 hours
Oh yeah.
before we ever met. So we had a lot of, I mean, we were up like all night long talking. We really hit it off on the phone. So it's, I think, as guys, we're just like, we're so visually simulated.
Right. Right.
Girls are not as much.
As much, right.
Yeah. And so it's a totally different approach when you just see something
Right.
that you like.
Which is why, as a guy, and you hear all the list of reasons why you're the perfect man, and then they know that you're visually driven.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. But it's just hard. It's just, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
This is why
I feel really awkward right now, and I feel like I've just triggered every woman ever.
we probably have.
But hey, we're happy now. I hope those ladies are happy now too.
Yeah.
And ladies, if you're having a hard time finding a guy and you want to find a guy, have a happy picture.
Yeah, that helps.
Don't look like you're an angry, nasty, not nasty. That's a wrong word. Don't look like you're angry and bitter. That's the word I was looking for.
Bitter's tough.
If you look like you're bitter, that's going to be an instant turnoff. Nobody wants to be with someone where they're like, I want to hang out with them because I feel like they'll bring me down.
And this goes for guys too.
It does. Nobody wants to hang out with Daria.
Yeah, that's true. And it's the
Or
same thing.
Beavis and Butthead.
Anybody who likes to blame the world for their problems.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're male or female.
Right. No good. No
Yeah.
good.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
I had to add it or whatever now.
Yeah, that's all good.
BPC, I guess.
Yeah, we're here for the movie. Can we have 2 small drinks and a medium popcorn, please?
Sure, that'll be $87.95.
Because we got to move on.
Yep.
All right. So this week we had Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm really glad you picked this movie.
You weren't sure about it.
I wasn't, no. I can't remember the lead actor's name.
Simon Pegg.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Really good movie.
Dude, this guy's hilarious. So Simon Pegg wrote the last Star Trek movie.
Oh, really?
He was one of the writers of this
Oh, I
last
didn't
Star
know
Trek
that.
movie. Yeah. Well, he's playing Scotty.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and he was one of the writers of the last Star Trek movie. And absolutely fantastic. Some people were saying, I don't know if I'm okay with this. It's not as much like the other Star Trek, but I thought it was fantastic. One of the better ones.
Yeah.
I think he's hilarious. So why don't you tell us what did you like
Well, so I started the movie and my wife was outside mowing the lawn.
other than fascist?
Yeah, other than fascist. So my wife's outside mowing the lawn. My daughters are in the bath together, and then I'm taking care of my son, who's a 6-month-old lump of flesh who doesn't do anything for himself. So I watched about 20 minutes of the film.
Except for we need to train him now.
Yeah,
Ma,
yeah,
I farted.
yeah.
In the sand.
That'd be awesome. No, but he's he screamed in my ear through like almost half the movie.
Oh.
He was not doing good, and I was trying to
Yeah.
make him feel good and get better. So it was rough. But I got to see most of the movie without screaming child.
That's good.
And I liked it a lot. I'd say the only thing that really bugged me was the end. They went really weird at the end.
It did.
It was totally unnecessary.
Which part though?
Well, like the random mine at the end that blew up and just blew up the whole police station.
Yeah.
And then like the guy comes in with like the blunderbuss and just shoots. Like all of that was totally unnecessary. Just ridiculous.
I mean, it was, but at the same time, it actually, because they're in an area where it's really hard to get modern weapons. And so guys just had, oh, look, I can have this antique thing on the wall.
yeah. That's
So,
true.
I mean, some of it kind of made sense, but it is Simon Pegg, ridiculous humor, but it's ridiculous British humor. It's not like some of the American ridiculous humor that you get right now with like, what's that guy's name? Did Sausage Party and Hangover. And
I don't know.
you know the guy's name, right? That I'm thinking of?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I'm really bad with names though.
yeah. That one guy, I'm sure I'm going to hear it from Jay. I was screaming at the radio. It's this guy, and he can't think of it. You're Mara. She does that too. It's awesome. she needs to be here so she can be like, it's this person.
Yeah.
Because I can't. I'm horrible at it too. I just it's gone.
Yeah.
But anyway, a lot of the American comedies are really really crass, really vile, and it's so dirty that it makes you feel bad. This is just flat out ridiculous.
Yeah.
And hysterical.
Yeah, really good.
Hysterical.
I mean, and over the top, like they purposefully went beyond.
Oh yeah, where you know what's going, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Like I love it. He shows up as a police officer. He shows up and he's trying to find out at the hotel, and she's like, I don't remember how she said it, but she's like doing this crossword puzzle and trying to, I'm like 20 minutes ahead of Anthony.
Yeah.
And the next thing I get a text message like, this movie is awesome. Next text message. And I mean like 2 seconds later, fascist.
Yeah.
And I'm fascism. And I'm like, hag.
Hag, yeah.
I love his response to that because she's like, it's this kind of, and he's like, a fascism. Oh, all right. And then they finish the conversation. He's like, hag, I beg your pardon. And he's like, and he's like
23 down.
Right. What is it? And he's like, yeah, 12 down.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So awesome.
Yeah.
The guy, so Simon Pegg plays a police officer who is over the top, like the perfectionist cop. That is his life. Nothing matters but the job. And he's lost girlfriend after girlfriend after girlfriend because of it. And he's showing everybody up in the London police force. And so they promote him to sergeant.
Yeah, but you can't say force member.
Right.
Was police
right. Police
service or
service,
something.
right. Because that's so awesome.
force is too aggressive.
Right. It's too aggressive. Exactly.
Yeah.
So they give him a promotion to sergeant because there are no openings in London for a sergeant.
Yeah.
But there is in this little tiny town. And so he's making everybody look bad. So they kick him out to force him to go to this town where it's like the most peaceful town where crime never happens. And he's like going mad. Like there's crime everywhere. I see it, but no one believes me, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
The neighborhood watch people, blah, 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 blah. And if you haven't seen it, skip for like 2 or 3 minutes here and probably miss most of this. But I mean, ends up that the neighborhood watch is like this major cult.
Yeah.
And they're meeting and they're killing people for quote unquote crimes. And the over the topness like shines right there. It's like, well, what is this guy's crime? Oh, he couldn't act. And I mean, you saw how he butchered Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And they're like, and then, well, what about the girl? Is it because she was having an affair? Oh no, she had a horrible laugh. And they all chant horrible laugh.
Yeah.
And this guy had an atrocious house. Atrocious.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just.
Yeah, it's over the top. Yeah, and the funniest thing is I follow a lot of British comedy.
Yeah.
So I've never been there. Unfortunately, I'd love to go.
I would too.
But I kind of have like a feel of the British pulse as far as like this kind of stuff goes.
Yeah.
They actually have a lot of goofy competitions like this with their towns.
Oh, I bet.
And so it's kind of like that's why it's kind of like a spin on their
like who's got the better yard.
Yeah, who has the better yard, who has the nicest village. And that's kind of the joke. But it totally reminded me of there's two things. So number one, out there they some guy wrote a book called Crap Towns and released it, and he got so many bad reviews because people's towns didn't make the list that he had to make crap towns too.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
And so for some there's this cool culture over there, and I don't know them that well, so I'm probably butchering this idea completely, but I follow a lot of British comedy. So this is my feel from the eyes of comedians.
As an American.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that they will be in competition with each other on what's really good, but they're equally competitive over the stuff that's crap. Like my stuff's way crappier than yours. And so it's like there's a competitive nature on both ends of the spectrum.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be bad, you gotta be the worst.
Yeah. So
if you're gonna if you're gonna be good, be the best. If you're gonna be so horrible, be the horriblest.
Yeah. And so there's this one comedian, and I won't say who it is because he's really bad.
Okay.
But he has this joke about the worst town in Scotland he's ever been to. And he said he was walking down the street and he saw a man peeing against a front door of a house. And then he took out his keys and went inside.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad.
So there's like part of the culture there is making fun of like almost like reveling in the horribleness of your own town.
So awesome.
Yep.
So awesome
Cool.
movie. Go watch it.
Yeah, watch it.
If you haven't watched it, watch it.
It's really, really good.
It is.
Yep.
It is.
I give it. Seriously, it felt like an indie film.
It did. It totally feels.
Is it an indie film or
I'm
is
not
it just a
sure.
British film? Because British films have that feel anyway.
They do. I'm not sure, honestly. I don't know.
So one way or the other,
It's fantastic.
yeah, it's really good. I would give it 4.5 stars.
Oh, dude, I would totally give it 4.5.
Yeah.
Great. I love Simon Pegg, though. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he is. It's really good.
Yeah. So great. Next week, I'm going to assume Pat's not here.
Okay.
So, continue to pray for him, ladies and gents. Any ladies still listening? God bless you.
Yes.
God bless you very much.
Yeah, you can send hate mail to Drew, not to me though,
Yeah. ClasslessChat@gmail.com.
and I won't care.
I know Anthony won't, but at least we'll know.
Yep.
So next week, Jay's coming into town this weekend. So and we have a game night.
Yeah.
Should we try to do like a double date movie night too?
Ooh.
I think Jay has to leave Sunday though.
We're gonna be hanging out
Right.
a lot this weekend.
That's right. So maybe we can make something happen. That's what
Are
I'm
you
thinking.
gonna need to not be there on Saturday?
No. I've already talked to Jay. We're good. We're installing an in-ear setup at the church. So
Yeah.
No. We've already talked. She might come down. She might even bring coffee. So it'll be
Okay. Cool.
good.
Yeah, we could try to do that. Maybe Saturday or.
So let's do. I've got kind of a chick flick, ish. Because let's face it, some of the rom-coms are actually really good.
I guess.
You're not into them at all. No. That's awesome. This is even better.
It'll be good.
This is even better. So let's watch. Okay, this has got Clint Eastwood
Okay.
and Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
And did you see the Muppets movies? The newer Muppets movies?
Nope.
Oh, the chick. I don't remember her name. But the lady who was in the first of the newer Muppet movies. Am I a Muppet?
I haven't seen any of
Am I a
those.
man? Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So it's Trouble with the Curve. It's a baseball movie.
Baseball movie.
Yeah, does that count? Does that help?
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood baseball movie.
I'm all for Clint Eastwood.
Okay, so there you go.
I like Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood's cool.
Get
Yeah.
off my lawn.
Gran Torino.
Yeah.
All right. It's pretty bad that I know that off of that one piece.
Yep.
That's, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that's up here in my head. Anywho, so Trouble with the Curve, it is available to stream on Netflix, as is the requirement. I am excited, though. The week after, I think you might also enjoy, because hitting Netflix, we got to make sure that it actually hits. It's on the list, so it's supposed to, but I want to verify that it's there. That's why I haven't fully set it in stone yet. But it looks like we might be doing Doctor Strange.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, there we go. So
Nice.
Trouble with the Curve is what we're doing this time. So cuddle up with your favorite cuddle bug and enjoy. All right. We got two more. I'm stuck. I don't know. Stupid news stories here. Man who has his own hand sewn into his abdomen is on the road to recovery. This sounds bizarre, it sounds disgusting, and it is all of the above.
Yeah, I just cringe at this. The photos of this one are just like, oh.
Very much bull.
This shouldn't exist.
No, I mean, at this point, you're almost tempted to tell the doctor to cut it off. Almost. I don't know. Yeah, anyway. All right, so Carlos's life changed forever in March of 2016. The machine operator in Brazil suffered a horrific accident on his left hand when it was trapped in a machine used to make plastic tableware. I always had this joke, and apparently I was wrong, but I always said that in China, their fine china was plastic because that's what they made there. And apparently not. It happens in Brazil. Anywho, all right, the more you know. Bling. Yeah, so it was trapped inside the machine used to make plastic tableware. The skin of his hand was torn off, and the bones and tendons were exposed. Again, cut it off. Ugh. Some doctors who looked at it thought about amputation, I would have been okay with it. And they thought that was the only possibility. But Dr. Boris Brandeo, I'm guessing, an orthopedic and traumatology doctor. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a traumatology.
I love that his name's Boris.
Yes.
I'm just
awesome.
picturing like a
big Russian guy.
Yeah, Soviet guy with like a monocle.
No, you no need to cut off.
Yeah.
I tell you what we do.
Yeah.
We smack it with hammer.
Yes.
No, sorry. You no need pencil to write upside down. We use pen. We use pencil. We use
In
pencil.
Soviet Russia.
In Soviet Russia, this is how we do it.
Hand tickle inside of belly.
But he had another solution that's awesome. And he inserted the damaged hand into the patient's belly to protect it from infections until a skin graft operation could be done. Quote, in order. Because this is the Russian doctor. I'm guessing he's Russian. It sounds better than Russian.
Yep.
So, in order to keep the wounded hand alive, we opened the abdomen, took off the skin, and put it inside the cavity to protect it.
He just became Austrian.
Apparently.
Just letting you know.
Hey, you know what? Shut up. I'm doing my best.
That's
Stop
awesome,
hurting my feelings. But Brando said at the time, according to the Independent news source, whatever, blah, 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 patient's hand must stay in the pocket for around 42 days to ensure it develops new tissue and tendon material, which is capable of receiving a repaired skin graft. So it was damaged to the point that they couldn't even do a skin graft. Blah.
That's disgusting.
Yes. It was, and this is the actual patient. It was a really weird sensation because I could feel my fingers wiggling inside my body. I'm pretty sure this wasn't in English, but when I moved them around, my tummy protruded as I prodded about.
Oh, everything about this is wrong.
So wrong. The hand was taken out after 42 days, and the doctor grafted skin from his left thigh on it, it being the hand, making it look like a fleshy boxing glove. And the guy is adapted to it, being able to hold his phone and put toothpaste on his toothbrush. That's the big things. He hopes to have additional surgeries to separate his 4 fingers into 2 separate sections because it's a big like mitt now. But has to raise a substantial amount of money and said his employer is not helping.
Oh my gosh.
So a correction, the previous headline in the story stated that it was sewn into his stomach. Technically, it was not sewn inside the stomach organ, but inside his abdomen.
Dude, you know some anal retentive person wrote them and said, that's not his stomach.
That's not his stomach. If they had put that in his stomach, it would have been burnt off because of all the stomach acid. He would have been able to feel all the food going through, and he could have crushed the food and prevented the food from going through his
He would have been
intestines and stuff.
He would have ate his own hand without actually chewing it.
Yeah, that flesh wouldn't have grown back on it
Nope.
because of the stomach acid. He just would have kept eating himself over and over and over again.
Stories like this. Oh, could you imagine? Stories like this just make me want for.
Did you just put your hat back on?
No, it's been on.
It's been on, and I just now noticed it.
Yeah, although I'm starting to sweat. Wool hats are not a good idea
And it's hot in
the
here.
summertime.
No.
Yeah, not at all. I'm going to take it off. That way I can look like a freaking weirdo here with all my crazy hairs.
We don't call him a hobbit for nothing.
That's right. So this just makes me wish for Star Wars level tech.
Dude, right. Just chop it off
Yep.
instantly. I would be okay with Hitchhiker's Guide tech.
Yeah.
It's made to slice and toast the bread. But just take the hand off at the same
I
time.
thought you were going to make a Marvin joke. He's like, where is he? Who, the director of Robot Arm Repair?
I don't know.
That movie's great. And the book's good too.
But now with Alan Rickman gone, I don't know that we could ever do it again.
No, Rickman is the best.
He was.
I love Rickman.
Yes.
Awesome.
Hashtag I love Rickman.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Why don't you take the last one here? Let's have some fun with it. This is good. This was it's a safety. This is a safety message from your friends at Classless Chat.
Yeah. So, excuse me. Perfect timing for
Don't burp into the microphone. That is your
for a
safety
burp.
message.
Yeah. So dramatic video captures sea lion dragging little girl into water from pier.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Pause for a second. Random story time from Drew.
Okay.
We do this a lot.
Yeah.
I randomly have things that are amusing that have happened in my life that I have to talk about. So I was leading a college group and we had like a game night. And we had a couple twin guys over. And we were playing Apples to Apples. Apples to Apples was like the new hot thing. Everybody was into it. It was great. It's fantastic. Fun game. And we're trying to keep it somewhat innocent.
As innocent as guys can make it.
Yes.
Okay.
No. This was very innocent.
it's-
These two guys, these twins were homeschooled. They were fairly sheltered. Really good guys. But they were very sheltered and had no idea about pop culture whatsoever. Which was interesting because I do. I pretend I don't because I'm almost ashamed to call myself a man and know as much as I know, but I do. And the guy was like, I don't know what this is. And we're like, what? Just explain it. And he went off the card and we're like, fine, just skip to a different card. And it was one where like, we were tossing people into the pile. And he starts reading off the names. He's like, Sean Connery, I don't even know who that is. This person, I don't know who this is. This person, I don't know this. Is this even a person? We're like, what? What is it? Sea lion dying. We're all like, what? Sea lion dying. He goes, I don't know. How do you say this? And he hands me the card and I'm like, Celine Dion.
Oh my gosh.
Sea lion dying. I'm like, dude, it's Celine Dion.
Oh, that's really good.
All right.
I like that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so sea lions, they can be dangerous.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, so I liked this because this kind of came across, went viral as a GIF. First GIF, whatever you want to call it.
Everyone says GIF.
Yeah.
But if you want to be technical, it is a soft G.
It is.
And it is a GIF.
It
In
is a GIF.
fact, Doc Brown on Back to the Future was correct. It is gigawatts. It is actually giga. It's
Giga.
not. We all call it gigs, like gigabytes, but
Yeah.
it technically actually
giga.
is gigabytes.
Oh.
It is a soft G when followed by an I. And so it should be GIF. And if you talk to technical people and a lot of artist illustration people will say it is a GIF.
GIF.
But I know a lot of illustration people will say pop culture. No one says GIF. It's not a peanut butter spread.
Yeah.
So it's every pop culture is GIF. But
okay.
technically it should be GIF. Again, the more you know.
The more you know. Yeah. So I originally saw this as a GIF on my newsfeed on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it only told part of the story.
Right. Oh, it does. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just, a 3-second clip of the girl being pulled in.
Yep.
But the full cell phone video, which you can find online.
Where are we on? This is on NBC News.
NBC News. So it captures the entire scene and it shows, there a bunch of people are standing around. I won't read the whole article, but they're all at Fisherman's Wharf in BC.
Yep.
And there's sea lions around and they're all egging on the sea lion. They're feeding it, things you shouldn't do with wild animals.
Oh,
They're wild animals. So
totally reminds me of a video. Go ahead.
yeah. So then this girl, she sits down on the edge of the pier and the sea lion pops up and grabs her and pulls her right in. Luckily a guy, not sure if a relative or not, nobody's sure anymore, pulls her out of the water, dives in after her, pulls her out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as a parent of 3 kids, they aren't quite as old as this child. She's probably I would say about 6 or 7.
I think it said 7. I thought it said 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Here.
I think she's probably in that range. So my kids are not quite that old yet. My oldest daughter's 5, but I probably in general wouldn't encourage my kids to feed a wild animal that's getting that close.
No.
But people are pretty dumb. So
yeah.
This happened. This is another
Canadian one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a Harambe incident. Just the sea lion lived.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. I mean, they're actually saying that they're, it wasn't out of character. It was out of character for them to necessarily try to hurt people. But it's basically been taught that people are going to feed it. And it got up there and it was hungry and it tried to, thought it was she was giving it something, and went and grabbed and took her down. And some guy, hopefully family member or something, jumped in, pulled her up. And even in the video, you can see the sea lion just sitting there waiting. Like, okay, I'm still here. Where's my food? I want more food.
Yeah.
And he's just hungry.
Yeah. I think it's there's a good lesson here. Maybe teach your kids that not everything's a kitty.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Like I have these kinds of talks. My oldest daughter is spectrum. She's on the spectrum.
Sure.
So she has a little bit of autism going on. She actually has a diagnosis now. So I'm not just saying that from, with my own perspective. I've known for a long time that she had some spectrum stuff going on.
And I'm sure as a parent, you don't necessarily want to just say something like that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't want to put a label on her. I want her to be herself.
Absolutely.
She is who she is.
And she's a good kid.
She is. Yeah. She has a couple issues, but we're working with her and she's doing better every week.
Yeah.
Honestly. But even with her, and she has a lot of communication issues, I'm constantly telling her, hey,
don't feed the sea lion.
Just because our dog will let you climb on top of her doesn't necessarily mean that every dog you see will let you climb on top of it.
Nor the German guy, no offense to Germans, but the German descent guy at the pool who just looks like a dog because of his back fur.
Yeah. No, I mean, and my daughter has like no concept of stranger danger at all.
No, she does
not.
She does not.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, maybe don't just walk up to anybody. And it's been very difficult to communicate that because she just has communication problems.
Yeah.
But as in general, it's like you can't trust any animal. Right. I don't trust my own dogs alone in a room with my kids.
Sure.
And they're my dogs.
And I got to freak out this morning about that because getting the kids ready and I disappeared. I went back. I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I had to finish like brushing my teeth or something back in my bathroom. And I get back. And I mean, you got to go down the hall and into the master bedroom and then turn the corner again. You just continue down the loop. And my bathroom is on the same wall as the living room. And it's right next to the chair where Gabby loves to sit. And next thing I know, I'm in the bathroom. And I was like putting toothpaste on my toothbrush or something. And all I hear is Gabby screaming bloody murder. Brownie, no! Brownie, no! And I'm like, oh, but she's like screaming.
Oh.
And not like Gabby at all. I'm like, oh God, Brownie is like trying to play with her and pulling her toe off or something. I'm running down the hall. And Gabby is sitting and she's got her hand stuck in the chair. It's a glider. And she wanted to feel what it was like back there, I guess. And so she was playing around and got her finger stuck between the glides.
Oh, no.
And it was like cutting into her finger.
Ow.
And she's like, oh, Brownie. And I'm like, Gabby, Brownie didn't stick your finger in there. She's not doing anything to you. She's trying to help you and comfort you because she can tell you're in pain. And I was worried Brownie was hurting her and Brownie was like trying to protect her. And I'm like, okay, I got to look here. It's going to give me a second. I've got to see which way to move this because I can't tell from this angle where you're at. And I had to jimmy the chair so we can get her finger out of there. And it was indented and bruising up bad. And like, kid, man, just lesson learned. Don't stick your finger where you can't see.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's so funny though. You never think that you have to explain some of the really dumb things that you need to explain.
Right.
Like,
kids are weird.
They are. Yeah. Like when kids hurt themselves doing something and then they keep doing it. And you're like, don't you remember that hurt 3 seconds ago?
Right.
When you just did that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And things like that. It's fun. It's fun having kids.
Parenting is awesome.
Yeah. I'm many of my friends would say would agree that I was not meant to be a father. I have no patience for...
I've seen you. I think you're a good father.
That's debatable. I am in
You're a goodish father.
I am in
We'll add the
bunches
ish.
of time.
Right, sure.
Anything beyond an hour and I'm out of it. I'm not that great at it. I'm lucky to have a wife that's very good at it, at being a mom.
She is.
So if it wasn't for her, I would be in big trouble.
Yeah.
But no, this is...
And all the feminists go, oh, they're okay now.
They're okay now.
Until they hear me go, and the feminists, and then, all right, we're back off of that.
Yep. Yeah. So where did you... where this man... Yeah. So
Don't feed the sea lions.
Yeah, don't.
I
It's
don't
not a
care if
good
they're
idea.
dying or not.
Yeah.
Sea lion dying. No.
Sea lion dying.
Celine Dion, everyone.
That actually reminds me at camp last year
Oh, no.
up in Chalice.
Was it band camp?
No. No.
Youth camp.
Youth camp.
The Utes.
Galen.
Excuse me, sir. What exactly is a Ute?
Galen, the youth pastor for Treasure Valley Worship.
Yeah.
He's awesome. I love Galen so much. But he brought up Napoleon Dynamite to camp. And so
Brought the movie.
Yeah, brought the movie.
Didn't just talk about it.
Yeah,
Brought the
and-
movie.
I mean, and just for anybody who knows anything about that movie,
Down in Idaho.
That's Idaho. Yeah.
It's a little extreme, but yeah,
It's extreme.
it totally
It's
is.
Idaho.
Yeah.
At least that part of the state, anyway, which a lot of the kids
Preston, Idaho.
are from there, or from that area.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so, but a huge portion of the kids at camp are homeschooled.
Right.
That back to your homeschool comment.
Did I do a homeschool comment?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
this-
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're good.
so-
Sea lion dying. Yes.
We're sitting there watching the movie, and a bunch of us at the table I'm sitting at.
I like your sleeves.
Yeah. But we remembered the scene with Rex Kwando's wife.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
With the pots. And as that's coming, we're like, all these homeschool kids are about to get
Schooled.
they're about to
Burned.
see this, and it's going to be real interesting. I bet you Galen's going to get some words.
Probably.
So we laughed. We had a good laugh. And then it passed,
Meh.
and a lot of people...
Meh.
There was people who had never seen the movie, and I actually had my back turned to it, and I'm like quoting things as they're happening, not even watching the movie.
I bet you I could throw the steak over that mountain.
Yeah.
If Coach would have put me in, my life would be different. I'd be soaking in a hot tub with my soulmate.
Yeah. Oh, man. That movie's so good. Yeah. It's one of the best.
This isn't your ordinary Tupperware.
Yeah. I love how he's like, go ahead and give that a rip. And he's
Yeah.
like trying to bend the Tupperware.
You can't do it, can you? No, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
Yep.
All right.
Anyway.
We gotta move on. This is hilarious, but this is considering there's no crap from set segment, we have covered it pretty darn well. So
Yeah.
let's do this one last thing here real fast.
Yeah.
I do believe it's time for another delectable tale. Won't you join us down on Storybook Corner?
Oh, there's two more things.
There is.
Two more things. You know what? We'll do Storybook Corner, and then we'll do the music review.
Yeah.
We'll save that for last. It's a fun segment. We enjoy it.
Yeah.
But Drew's got to be able to talk. So, and I'm out of water, and I'm out of coffee, and my
Yeah.
allergies are getting me. Yada yada yada. Yeah, I know. Get over it. Just do your thing. I know. We all want to hear the Southern Belle Parrot. Hear it all the time. Want to do the Southern Belle. You know what I hear the most from people on this show? How do you guys do that? And instantly my mind goes, well, we use two large diaphragm dynamic microphones running directly with XLR cables into a cloud lifter, 2-channel cloud lifter that goes into our Allen and Heath mixing board, which has a DBX compressors, and then goes into the Focusrite interface, into Pro Tools, where it actually splits. And it uses Pro Tools. And I'm like going down the technicals. Your eyes got huge.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, a lot
over
of
my
that
head.
did.
Yeah. And no. And their thing is like, how do you do that? Is it scripted?
Oh.
How do you guys talk for so long about this stuff?
This is how we act normally.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, we have a lineup sheet where we just go down the list and we share things on it. It's like, these are the 4 articles. We both pick 2 articles. We get a music thing. We toss it on there. We do a crap from set. We get a story from a kid, and that's pretty much it. We don't talk about squat beforehand. And
Just the pre-show.
Yeah, and we just start talking.
Yeah.
And this is how much we talk, people.
Yeah, we're talkative.
We are, and it's good.
Yeah.
So no, there's no scripting other than when we get stories, we get scripts where Drew gets to do it because Pat's not here, and Aunt Honey won't. Let's see if this works. I redid the pirate music, so I don't have to keep turning things down. I actually just went into the file and redid the file, so it was a lower volume. So let's see.
Bark, 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 bark. The pound sang. Anna wanted 4 puppies. Bark. Anna went inside the pound. She soon saw the office person. He was playing Minecraft on his phone. Bark. Must have been 12. Excuse me, Anna said to the office person. When he heard that, he stumbled around in shock, because no one ever goes in. Yes, ma'am. How may I help you? He asked. I was looking for 4 cheap puppies.
Not gonna get good dogs that way.
Anna stated, I will take you there. Follow me, he instructed. He got up and entered a room that said, dogs. This is the right room? Or is this the right room? Anna asked.
He went southern again.
Nope, this is, he said. He pointed to the door across the room and said puppies on it. Anna ran right through the door and pushed it open. She almost fell in her high heels. The office man ran right after her. Wow, there are a lot of puppies in here. This is going to be a difficult choice, Anna said in amazement. Anna studied all the puppies.
She studied the puppies.
I made my decision. I think it's decision, but decision. I choose the Dalmatian, the Golden Retriever, the Husky, and the German Shepherd.
Oh my goodness, not at my house. Thank you.
Anna chose. Okay, let me let them out. Then we'll go to the office and pay for them. Did you know that there's a gift shop back of the building so you could get your puppies some supplies? The office man asked. Yep, I knew that. Can I help you? Anna asked.
Is she working there now?
I guess so.
He got all the puppies out. They made it to the office. The cost was only 40 cents.
I give up.
I hope the parvo meds were free.
I give up. Jeez.
Half dead puppies. 10 cents a piece.
There was something wrong with it. I Googled it. It turned out they had cancer. And were pregnant.
This is awesome. This is a good story.
They were pregnant with cancer.
Yeah. I like the part when she asks if it's the right room. Nope.
Nope, it's this one.
It's this other one that says puppies.
This one's puppies, because puppies aren't dogs. Come on.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's great. Okay. All right. Well, let's do music review. All right. So we're a little out of order. Sorry. That's what we do. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. So as you know, if you have listened to the show for any length of time, we're in episode 13, which means we are now officially a teenager as a show. That's crazy.
Wow. That is.
Really weird. It's cool, but it's really weird.
Yeah.
But what we do is we have a segment here, music review, where we play independent music. So music that you're not hearing on your top 40 stations. from artists that chances are you're not hearing because they're independent. They're not signed with major labels. They're not the big time guys. Hopefully they're touring and getting out there and doing stuff with their music. But hey, just people who have good quality music to put out there. We do have some requirements on this. If you want to submit some music, feel free. You can send it in at classlesschat@gmail.com. Please send a link to the single and specify if it's to like a SoundCloud page or something. Please specify what single or what song it is that you want us to listen to. And we do ask that it is radio ready, meaning it needs to meet some basic requirements. Specifically things like it's not clipping, your vocals aren't completely out of tune and pitchy, and it flows together, and it works EQ wise. It works well on in stereo and in mono. I mean, there's some other basic stuff, but basically, if it sounds good, we're good to go. We don't care what kind of music it is. The point with this is kind of to introduce people into new and different music anyway. So that's just what we're doing. This week we have the band Different Seasons out of Portland, Oregon, and we have their single "Home Again." So let's get this pulled up here, and ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy this. Again, this is "Home Again" by Different Seasons.
to the start, and I'm falling apart.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Different Seasons with their single, Home Again. So, yeah, Anthony, what do you think, man?
Really good.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, I really dig it a lot. That's, man,
I can dig it.
I don't like to say, oh, this reminded me of this band or that band, but
No.
it just kind of, I don't know, there's some nostalgia there, like bringing me back to some stuff, but really good.
But also
everything.
modern at the same time. They've done their genre. It fits. I don't know that it's. I really don't want to say I love this. Honestly, they sent it to me, and this was one of those. Hey guys, thank you for submitting, but what one song out of this? We get so many submissions. I just simply can't dig through entire EPs. What one song did you guys want to do? Oh, we wanted to do this one song. And I accidentally hit the wrong song. And I listened to it and I'm like, ooh, I hear jazz influence. I hear minor sevenths with crazy arpeggios that are in a syncopated polyrhythm. I hear, I'm sitting here like start picking this stuff apart. Like these guys have got some talent. And I realized, I'm like, oh, hey, look, like an idiot, I didn't hit the right song. I'm like, oh, well, I liked that one. All right, well, let's see what the one that they submitted is actually like.
Yeah.
And played the one they submitted, which was that, and fantastic. I mean, it does. It brings back a little nostalgia, but in a really, really good way. Like, I think there's a call for this type of rock again.
There is.
I really do.
Yeah, I agree. And what's really cool about it is, even though, and I've just kind of started to browse their stuff, and I liked their Facebook page, and
I did earlier too.
They're really the fact that this is a 3-piece.
Oh yeah,
and making that great of a full sound.
Now I can almost guarantee you. Now, I wasn't there during the recording process. I didn't listen to it with that kind of a critical ear. But even 3 pieces, they don't record like 3 pieces. They add the extra guitar tracks. I mean, there's going to be some kind of a synth in the background. They do some other stuff to it. But still for it to be 3 creative minds putting that together, that is impressive.
Yeah, I'd love to hear them live.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, they were going to try to be... In the email, I was like, we do this live on Wednesday night. If you guys can be on there live, you guys can let your fans know. It's a great way for you guys to interact with your fans at the same time.
Yeah.
Dude, they were playing a gig tonight.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're like, dude, we wish we could, man, but we can't. We're out playing a gig.
Yeah.
That's not exactly how they said it. It was stereotypical. Sorry, people. Yeah, with the dude, sorry, man. Like, we can't. We totally love to, but like, we just couldn't. Party time. Excellent. I feel like, I'm afraid that if we ever had anybody on here for us to actually interview that was like, known, like last week when we were like, who was it? Tom Hanks. If Tom Hanks, if you want to just come down and knock on the door, you can come in and you can be a part of the show. It'd be great.
Yeah.
I feel like if that ever happened, I would be Chris Farley. You remember that one time when you lost Wilson?
Yeah.
That was great.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. I feel like that would be me. I feel like, I love that you're here, but you remember that one time you made me wet myself?
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was awesome. It was right now. So yeah, I'm afraid that would be me. So
yeah, it would be tough.
Yeah, that's just. Oh, Different Seasons out of Portland, Oregon. Check these guys out. They're on Facebook at the letter D Seasons. So you can, I don't know if people know this, but Facebook has done kind of like the Twitter thing to where you can search people with the @ symbol. And it is @ symbol, the letter D Seasons. They're also on Twitter. D Seasons is somebody else. So you want to be careful with that. These guys are at D Seasons. N as in Nancy, V as in Victor. I don't know. They're out of Portland, Oregon, not Nevada.
They must have been from Nevada.
Norwegian venison?
I don't know.
But they're awesome. Love the
really
stuff. I listen. Like I said, I listened to 2 of their stuff, 2 of their songs. Great. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably go back on there and listen to more. It's good stuff. It's good stuff, man. These guys have got some serious talent, and that's what this is about, is finding people who have the talent, share their music out there so that people can listen to that and grow their fan base, and at the same time help regular people find new musicians that they're not finding anywhere else. Because let's face it, if did you ever see Airheads, the movie Airheads?
Yeah,
dude, it is so the radio market, and it just is, period, and it's not going to change. The radio market, the DJs and everything, the people who are controlling that are just playing whatever they think the people want to hear, but they don't pay attention to the people to find out what the people want to hear.
Yeah.
I actually I've worked at a couple different radio stations along the time, and I remember very vividly working at a top 40 station. I can't say who or where. I was in Boise. It was a local station here, and I worked in a top 40 station, and it drove me nuts. Shattered my opinion of top 40. Like, I can't stand top 40 anymore because of this. But we were in there, and I worked with the night guy, who was, other than the morning show, the night host was the big dog. And I was his intern and worked with him. And I remember we never got calls for requests. And sometimes we would, and we'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, great. And he wouldn't change anything. It was all pre-programmed at that time.
It is now, right?
Yeah, and it is now, too. I mean, but at that point, still, it was all pre-programmed, and they never, it was like, oh, okay, great, yeah, sure, we'll make sure to get that song up on there for you. Thanks for calling. And he had a list of songs. Like, it had a list, like, here are the songs that we're playing. You need to do a tally mark every single time this is requested. And that's how they were supposed to do their top songs for the day, top songs for the week, top songs for the whatever. And he would never tally mark that. And I remember he would hand me the clipboard at the end of the night and say, tally them up, just do hash marks. I don't care. It doesn't matter. This song's number 1. Well, but that song never got a request. This song got like 5.
Yeah.
I don't care. People like this song. This song is the number 1. I'm like, not based on the phone calls we got. And he goes, doesn't matter. I'm saying this song is number 1. It's been number 1 for 5 weeks. I'm keeping it number 1 for another 6.
That bothers me.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Yeah. So people aren't hearing a lot of this really great music because jackwagons like that who are controlling the industry. So guess what? We get to take matters into our own hands on this fine classless chat station. And we're going to play stuff that is good. And that is the point. We want to find some independent stuff that is good. So if you think your stuff is good, holds up to radio standards, but might not necessarily get played, but you want to get it out there, send us your stuff, guys. This would be fantastic. Because we're going to talk about it. We're not going to air it if we don't think it's good. And guess what? If we think it's good and we air it, we're going to talk good about it.
Yeah, seriously.
So chances are you're not going to hear us bad talking to you. So send us your stuff. It's ClasslessChat@gmail.com. And just make sure you say something in there that lets us know that you give us the authority to play your song and to talk about your song for you. All right, dude. Well, that is it. It has been a long show.
Yeah, it has.
But it has been a good show and fun.
Yeah, sorry I was so out of it.
Maybe you should be out of it more.
Yeah?
I thought this was really fun. This was a fun show.
I was looking at myself on the live feed going, wow, look at that stupid face.
Yeah.
Look at that face I'm making right there. I'm listening to you so intently, but I'm like making the goofiest facial expressions.
You look like I could fall asleep right now. This is so interesting. I'm like, I got to stay awake. If I don't keep my eyes that wide, I'm going to pass out.
I'm so tired. You can tell. It's not good.
It's not good, but it's funny.
I had a good time though.
Yeah, I had a great time too.
I love doing this.
Chick-fil-A bum.
Yeah, sorry.
We were going to try something on the show. We'll have to talk about it later because we just don't have time.
No, we don't.
We were going to try ice cream, so maybe we'll try ice cream next week.
Okay.
We'll try the ice cream next week. Tillamook has some seasonal stuff, and so we were going to try the seasonal Tillamook stuff because, let's face it, Tillamook's the bomb.
It is.
Alrighty. But that's cool. This is a great show. Thank you so much to all of our listeners, people who are, Jim. Jim has become quite the watcher and commenter here on Facebook. Jim says, good song. I liked it too. Thanks, Jim.
Yep.
So, thank you to people who are watching this live on YouTube. That's fantastic. We love you commenting on that. Gives us some feedback that we can go off of on the spot, which helps to affect the program. It really does. It changes what we say and how things happen a little bit. So feel free to watch live and chat on that. Another place that we take considerations on that, I'm going to be honest, we don't take a whole lot from Facebook or Twitter because there's so much stuff that happens through that. If you really want to be taken seriously by anybody with this sort of platform, you got to hit us up on the Patreon page. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. You know, we take people who want to be a part of the show enough to say, hey, I'll give you $1 a month. Hey, I want to have some impact on this show. I want to have my voice on it a little bit more. $1 a month, people. $1 a month will get you there. $5 a month, actually, I think is where we start in on the polls. But still, we listen to the comments and messages and stuff that we get on Patreon, and we comment back, and we converse with people all the time. So it's great. Patreon.com/ClasslessChat. Excuse me. Wow. Coffee tonight, dude. I don't know what's up with me. Yeah, whatever. You did it too.
I did.
So, but yeah, check us out. Hook us up. We love you long time. Pat will give you hugs if he ever sees you in person. He said that before, so I feel okay saying it again. But yeah, you know, be a part of the show. We'd love to have you. But thank you to all of our listeners. You are why we do this. Patreon people, you are how we're able to do that. Again, patreon.com/ClasslessChat. You can check out the show at ClasslessChat.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube, obviously. You can subscribe and leave us a review. iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, and more. We're basically everywhere. As for right now, we're signing off. Thank you guys so very much. Thanks, Anthony.
Thank you. I just fatted.
In the sand. Thanks for listening to Classless Chat with your hosts, Drew and Pat. Be sure to listen again next time. You never know what these two are going to say.